Hello, Libra. It's umomgtarot, and this is your Someone Secretly Talking About You tarot card reading. So, we are going to look into who is it? Who are you talking? Who do you think you're talking about? We're going to figure out the who. We're going to look at the tarot spread and figure out what's going on. What are you talking about? Why are you talking about me like this? And here's your first card. Taurus. The energy around you shows the abundance of nature. It is rich, earthy, and productive, yet relaxed and slow. All about that home life. You know, when I think of relaxation, you think of chillness. You think of being at home, starfishing, laying down, relaxing, being around your creature comforts, having a nice meal that you want, not some T-bone steak, some mac and cheese and hot dogs, some basic stuff that's just like, I'm comfy, you know? And really it's the feeling of appreciation for the little things. Even, in nature, like going for a walk, appreciating the structure of a flower or a plant or a dog. But it's about that appreciation, that feeling of naturalness. And so, okay, you want to talk about how natural I am? You want to talk about your appreciation, your at the core appreciation for me? Go for it. Go for it. Your next card, Libra, is Scorpio. This energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. And if you know Scorpio energy, when they're talking about you, it goes deep. It runs deep. It's not those surface level stuff. It's, hey, this person, what they mean to me. The depth of, think about the afterlife as well, because this house is the area that deals with death and rebirth and thinking about after, the afterlife, the pre-life. And so this person, maybe today, some deepness, some spirituality, it seems like they're doing some thinking. Then we have Capricorn, more earth energy. And the energy around you is serious, materialistic, hard-working. It bestows shrewdness and cautious ambition. And perhaps that's what is needed to be expanded. Maybe that is what my phone's going off. Maybe that's where expansion needs to happen, because Capricorn is about, ambition and trying to reach that next level. And if we're talking about, spirituality, death and rebirth, reinventing yourself, if we're talking about appreciation of nature, and it almost feels like somebody's talking about you in the sense of you reinventing yourself, you revisiting who you are, going to the core and appreciating little things. Maybe they just are happy that you appreciate stuff about them, and boom, you got that person who wants the best for you, who wants you to strive for structure, willpower, a home, all those earth-based things that are desired, like stability and a nice lifestyle and balance. So let's have a look at the tarot spread, because we have some pretty eccentric, dynamic signs that are coming up together for you. Lots of earth, so this is very slow moving and relaxed. Let's have a look at your cards. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. Queen of Cups. The Tower. Okay, the Three of Wands in reverse. Okay, so I feel like this person's talking about you because maybe you're going through something where you're going through like a hard time, challenging time, upheaval, and you need somebody to really let you know who you are. Maybe you've forgotten who you are and you need that reminder from somebody. And there's people that know you deeply, and people from home that feel home, familiar to you. I feel like this is rooted in the fact that you're maybe feeling bored, or like things are going wrong, and you need somebody to remind you who the fudge you are. You need somebody who either verbally reminds you or just makes you feel that way. Because we see that there's recognition here of the qualities that you have that are very earth-based. You're stable, you're reliable, you have a good lifestyle in the sense that you have your possessions and you know what you want, and you know what you like, and you're ambitious to acquire those things. People recognize you as that, but there may be a little decrease in confidence on your end, and maybe you're just trying to find that balance again. Being a Libra, you strive for balance in the financial area for sure, but sometimes it's like it's the mental thing. The mental thing with the air signs is that they can overthink and trick themselves into believing things, because when you think something over and over and over, it becomes a belief. So a lot of like air signs, they're all oriented around intellect and the mind, and so sometimes you guys can trick yourself into believing that you're not who the fudge you are, when it's a very confident, stable, I feel like the earth signs are the very, like, they're the muscle, they're the muscle in the world. And I feel like anybody with very strong, like, Taurus features, like high testosterone, very sturdy, their feet are firmly planted on the ground. You can go to them for advice and they'll be compassionate, but they'll also give you some no-nonsense advice. So then we have the Queen of Wands. It's almost like you need somebody to gas you up, and this is what this person's trying to talk to you about. And I also think lean on the positive side, because we see the two queens, and queens are really supportive from a non-direct standpoint. Like they give you that nourishment that gives your mind the boost that it needs to go out and do things for yourself, enabling confidence on your own. And so the Queen of Wands being in reverse would tell me that perhaps some of you guys are feeling a little impatient with how life is going. You want things to just skip forward, and so that you can know how things are going to turn out and if you should make decisions around that. And then you've trapped yourself in a loop of thinking of what ifs that aren't real. So, you could be just manifesting all of your what ifs. But the Queen of Wands reminds us that not to step on your own toes to get to the top. Whatever you're going after, you still have to be patient, timing-wise, and that's what this person may be telling you. So it feels like someone's giving you advice. The Queen of Cups is what further makes me feel like this person's being compassionate towards you. They're being nurturing towards you. They're giving you possibly tough love, especially if it's a earth sign. Just that nurture that you need spiritually. As per the Cups and the Wands, that make you feel better. I think you'll be talking to somebody that is just really here to support you or give you something or inspire you because of some tower situation, some conflict, some upheaval, or some ending that you have experienced abruptly. And it doesn't, a little upheaval is, it'll add to the whole overall story, the bigger picture story. But when you're in the moment, your home life is falling down. We see a lot of stability here with the earth signs, and then we see the tower, which is your source of stability being burned down. So some of you guys may have lost your jobs, and then you're having some kind words or supportive words from people. Some of you guys are wondering, what am I going to do next? What's happening? And perhaps you're looking out there for that support, and having people talk about you is exactly what you need, because that's called networking. And so the Three of Wands really does speak to the idea that, hey, first of all, everything has burned down, or I'm trying to restructure my life. And now I just don't know what that means. I don't know what's out there. But this is also a depiction of somebody willing to go out there and see what's out there, to get their toes wet, to try some newness, to try something different, And the three here is really complex because we have a combination of emotions. We have fire, we have earth, and we have that yellow air, or that yellow energy. And that's about the vibrance of life, that zest to wake up and be excited. And I feel like from a destruction or something that has gone left, that talking to this person, they'll give you some of that soul food, give you some of that soul food to, I feel like, this is where you're at. You're like, I don't know what I'm going to do next. This person's trying to give you advice, maybe guide you, maybe throw some nuggets of wisdom at you so that you'll feel inspired on your own to turn destruction into new beginnings. But like I said with Scorpio, again, afterbirth, rebirth, death, destruction, but also coming back from it. Like, it's almost like that phoenix energy, or that karmic energy, where when something is destroyed, something else is born. And so it's up to you what is born from this destruction. And again, the pinnacle, the wisdom, feels like Capricorn energy is a very paternal kind of energy, where they give you boundary, structure, willpower. And so I feel like this situation may be helping you develop that earth energy, that willpower, that stamina, that non-willingness to just be emotional and fold when life throws something difficult at you. Feels like this person's coming on and supportive, which is better than I can say for a lot of the other signs. A lot of the other times it's like talking about your relationships, talking about, you know, what you got going on at work, but this feels like support, and it feels like a support system. Queen, recognizing who you are, because they probably have empathy. The Queen of Cups is very sensitive and spiritual. This person may be in tune with that and have that empathy towards you, and seeing the situation. Whoa, this is violent, more violent than normal. Look, she's impaled. Okay. You know, somebody may have some sympathy, help you out. This could be pertaining to work, because of all the Taurus and Pentacles usually up, you know, and then we got some people who feel for you, and they know that an opportunity has been taken away from you or destroyed or something, and that you're out here looking. It's a good thing that they're talking about you. It feels positive. Feels like it's a networking positive. If it has anything related to ambition and your public image, because of the Capricorn energy involved, it just feels like a good thing that they're talking about you, because you're out here looking, you're out here wondering what's going to happen next, you're unsure, and they got something to say about that, but they're doing it through the lens of compassion, depth, and wanting to have structure. They come from a very grounded place, so that's always great for somebody who is losing their ground. Alright, so there it is. That is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share the video, all that stuff I like. And if you'd like a personal reading, please check out the description for a link to the website, as well as a link to my Etsy shop, where you can check out my candles and all sorts of metaphysical products. So thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.